I'm Natalie, a golf fitness trainer. Thanks for joining me on my channel. This is the Pro Fit Golf channel where you can find loads of golf exercises to help you with your game, and this video is no different. So in particular, this video focuses on the downswing and impact, talking about lateral hip shift. So if you're a player who struggles to get through the ball at impact, you feel like you don't really clear the hips, maybe you're falling over after you finish position as well, or you're just not seeing any kind of lower body work through impact. The swing's very armsy, very over the top. This exercise will definitely help you grasp that sensation of shifting into the hips and rotating and clearing through impact at the same time. Right, totally different gadget today. Normally it's a red band. Today I've got the big exercise ball and I'm next to the wall, and that is exactly how we're going to start this video. So I'm a right-handed golfer. This ball is going to go on my left-hand side. Obviously, if you're a lefty, you're going to do this in reverse. So the purpose of the ball here is for me to drive some pressure into it and for it to give me some pressure back. So this exercise can be done with like a regular medicine ball or slam ball in the gym, but bear in mind, because it's a firmer ball, it won't give you any pressure back in the same way that this will. So ideally, if you have the exercise ball, that is your go-to. So this exercise was about lateral hip shift. So pushing our hips laterally as we come through down into impact and then clearing at the same time. So the exercise goes as follows. I'm just going to set the ball just into my left thigh and across my left hip here. I'm going to set myself up naturally as I would. So the first move is we're going to create our backswing position, and then what I'm looking for is to push into the ball this way with my lead hip, my left hip, putting some pressure on it so you can see that the ball is squashed in where it's got a little bit tighter, and then to slowly follow through and clear as best you can. So this foot might not be perfect at the end of the rep, but that's fine. You've kind of got your body square with your hips square to the wall here. So as one motion, it looks like this. I'm going to rotate to my backswing as I normally would do, and then I'm going to drive some pressure through this left hip and rotate through all the way to what would be finish position. So in terms of the exercise, what you're looking for and what you want to feel from this is this lead hip and lead glute, maybe a bit of the thigh, but mainly glute and hip, doing a little bit of work, and you can feel some tension within those areas. So if I'm setting myself up here and make my backswing, the work is being done here. So pushing that left hip across very slightly and then rotating, feeling like I've got my body weight over this lead side through my lead foot. So one rep after the other here, nice and smooth, will help you feel like that glute and hip is doing a little bit of work. With this exercise, the ball will move, obviously. You're going to have to reset yourself every so often, so bring it back to the start position, get your feet back to square again. You may need to do that every 2 or 3, possibly 4 reps. This video is in association with GX golf gloves. Quality golf gloves you can get at way cheaper prices than the most common brands. So don't forget to use your discount code, which is on the screen, PRO10 for 10% off next time you're on the website. A couple of things to try and avoid with this exercise, because it's important that we know what not to do as much as what obviously to do. The first thing is pushing too hard and overkilling the movement. If we think about the golf swing itself, the shift is quite subtle. That opening of the lead hip and as we move laterally is quite subtle. We're not talking about pushing yards over to the left-hand side. So in other words, when I'm making my backswing, I'm not looking to lean with my whole body. This is only a hip motion. So a correct rep would be more bumping that hip very slightly. That's the most common phrase we hear. And then just following through and rotating over the top, allowing that glute and hip to do some work and getting that sensation here. The second thing would be the total opposite and not doing it nowhere near enough. So if I'm rotating on my backswing, I'm only here to the point where if you feel like you can't finish the movement and you're hanging back, then the left hip has not really laterally moved enough. So if I'm feeling the weight in my lower back here, I'm arching through my upper body and it feels like the ball may drop between me and the wall, then we haven't had that lateral shift across into the hip where we're looking to get that glute and hip moving, and then we can just clear and open up across the ball. Think of this as an actual golf shot. That's what you would try and replicate. We would be looking to get that slight opening, shift, weight comes across. The principle is exactly the same. This ball is here to help you get a sensation of the movement whilst providing you some pressure back at the same time. And what that therefore does is help you to work the glute and the hip even more. I can finally have a seat now. So that exercise is a really, really good one to help you get in that sensation of lateral shift in the downswing, as well as clearing through the hips and finishing off your follow-through position as well. It's something you might want to practice in the gym environment, or if you do have a ball at home, you can run through it in terms of reps in the same way that you would do work from your golf coach as well. Just bear in mind, an exercise like this is about getting the sensation and the feels of the position. It will help you gain a little bit of strength in terms of the movement, but just because you do an exercise like this does not mean, sadly, that it automatically transfers to the golf swing as well. That side of things obviously has to be worked on the range and with a coach. But what this will do is help you get a sensation and a feeling for what you're trying to do. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and you'll find it useful. If you did, hit the thumbs up button for a like. Don't forget to share this channel with your golfing friends, and I'll see you next time with new content.